And there you go. That was the Gabriel Knight series. All 3 games. I know it took me a long time to get through them. But thanks for watching them. I was more than happy to share them with you. It's probably one of my all-time favorite game series. And the first Gabriel Knight game is my favorite adventure game. Adventure games are my favorite genre. I could sit here and list specific personal awards to these games all day long, but I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm also going to try not to bore you by repeating myself too much in this little wrap-up. That is definitely the last time I'm ever playing Gabriel Knight 3. It's a shame I managed to end up 100 points shy, but maybe if my save games hadn't disappeared, maybe it would have been a little higher. The plot of 3 gets very complex and convoluted right near the end. And the whole game of 3 has some issues from a game-playing element. It's definitely the weakest in the series. And it's a shame that it's the last one we got in the series, but there are rumors now of a potential Gabriel Knight 4. And I would love to see it. I'd love to see a book based on the 3rd game. There are books based on the first 2 games written by the lady who wrote the games, Jane Jensen. So if you can track those down, if you enjoyed the games, go get those. I love Gabriel as a character. He's got to be one of my all-time favorite characters. Just the irreverent attitude. But he's not a hero, right? When we meet him, this guy's not a hero. He's a womanizer. He's a failed writer. He's about a step above a bum, really. He's manipulative. He gets by on charms and good looks. And then he finds out this rich history that his family has. And he doesn't become a reluctant hero. He just becomes a hero. If this is what I'm supposed to do, then this is what I'm gonna do. And I know I've said it 100 times, but it is by far my favorite element of the stories and the character. There is never one scene in any of the games where Gabriel goes, "Why me? Why do I have to fight werewolves? Why do I have to go up against vampires?" No, he just does it. Admittedly, the way he does it is kind of questionable. Like, his method is to poke around, dig through people's personal stuff, and then the next day be like, "So I went digging through your personal things and I discovered this. What you gonna do about it?" It's amazing he doesn't spend more of the games getting punched in the face or arrested. I've said it many times, but Gabriel's approach is he just kind of like wades in to the swamp of everything that's going on around him. He wades in as far as he can get, and then he just sees if he can find his way out. I mean, that's how he deals with these problems. Luckily, he's got Grace to back him up. Grace being the more analytical, it's a good balanced approach. I love the character. Hell, his lines made me laugh more than anything witty I could have come up with to say in commentary. So, there's those 3 games. Also, if they looked like fun games, maybe you wanted to try them, you can also check out a game called Gray Matter by Jane Jensen. It is also a supernatural, psychological detective type game. It's got the same vibe. It's not related to the Gabriel Knight series at all. But the music is by the same guy, and the story is by the same woman as Gabriel Knight. It helps that they're married. Gray Matter is a female magician ends up becoming an assistant to a professor studying a way to communicate with dead loved ones. And a lot of her problem solving, there's an interesting mechanic where you have her perform sleight of hand magic tricks in the game. So that's kind of neat. And it does have some spooky elements, and it's a good story. It's a good game. You should go hunt down a copy. It's not, you know, available at every truck stop by any means, but you can find yourself a copy or two. I do recommend doing that. I may do a Let's Play of that sometime in the far future. But these Gabriel Knight games, they took a while. And they've detracted from some of my other videos, so I'm going to take some time off from the Let's Play, maybe a month or so, and then I'm going to do the Quest for Glory series. And I'll have a nice intro video for those when I do those. So, that's it. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the Gabriel Knight series. I love these games. Okay, I love the first two games. I'd rather that we have this third one than there only be two games. Like, if those were my options. I'll live with the get the Harley puzzle if the option is there's never a third game in the series. So, there you go. I think I've milked this just about as much as I can. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around.